Alright, two, we live. We are live. We are going to wait for y'all to get in the jams, boy. We are going to wait for y'all to get up in the jams. We are live once more. We gotta shoot this live, you know what I mean? I said we gotta shoot this live. Y'all hurry up and get up in the jams so we can get to the order of the day, boy.
And from here, I'm supposed to take this load up to Paris, Texas, and from there, I'm going to Missouri.
Paris, Texas. Oh, I know where that's at. Yeah, close to Kansas and
Johnson,
shit.
Missouri, and then
Yeah. Jermaine Carter in the building. What's good, fam? What's good? You know what I mean? I'm over here with a fellow driver. You know, next exclusive. You know what I mean? A USA truck driver. You know, I'm gonna let him introduce himself here in a second. If y'all just give me 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. All right. Yeah. All right. So this go ahead, bro. Tell him who you are, bro. I don't even need to tell him.
Alright, my name is Michael Angelo. I've been driving for about 5 years now. Be 6 years pretty soon. I work for USA Truck. Right now, it's a good company for me. It's not the best company out there, but it's a good company as far as pay and miles and my driving manager. But being a truck driver is not easy. I have a wife, 6 kids, and I go home every weekend. And making that sacrifice to go home every weekend takes away from my paycheck, which takes away from, say for example, Christmas is right around the corner. So paychecks get smaller and smaller the more you go home. Ran into, what's your name again?
Roadrunner.
Ran into this fine guy right here. Started talking, telling me about some stuff out there. You know, I get a lot of drivers walk up to me and they talk to me about, you know, say for example, I had a driver walk up to me not too long ago and tell me about that, you know, I could be doing something better. And I asked him, I said, yeah, I'm trying to get there. What do you suggest? And he gave me all this heap of bullshit about what I could do. And I know when a driver is just talking out his mouth, and when someone, say for instance, like my man here is giving me good advice that I can follow. Like for instance, I'm trying to one day get my own truck. I started driving when I was 21 years old. Everyone says that's the prime time to start. Trying to get into fracking because I figure, you know, make a good lot of money with fracking. So I'm trying to get there.
I'm gonna stop him right quick. So who that? Silos in the building. What's good, fam? Silos, I hope you pass that parallel parking, bro. I hope you pass that parallel parking, bro. Goodie stop, bro.
Parallel parking for trucking.
Yeah.
That is the stupidest thing.
You know what I mean? We'll never ever do that on the road. That's what I'm saying, you know what I mean? But our boy Michael over here, he said, you hear what he said? He 26 now. He started driving when he was 21. You know what I mean? Like, that's the audience I'm trying to appeal to, you know what I mean? And even people older than that as well, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get them, get off the streets, you know what I mean? Stop trapping, stop flipping dope, stop gang banging and all that shit, you know what I mean? I've been there and I've done that, you know what I mean? That ain't what life is, you know what I mean? This man say he out here now 5 years, you know, he got 6 kids, boy doing good for himself, I tell you that, you know what I mean? Because I only got one, I'm 28, you know what I mean? But, you know, he doing the right thing, you know what I mean? I don't agree per se with the company he drive for, you know, because they're a mega carrier, and as far as I'm concerned, I don't know how much they're paying him right now, but as far as I'm concerned, you know, I know USA Truck don't really pay that well, but I'm gonna let him tell you more about his pay structure than like if he's getting paid cents per mile, hourly, what else, percentage, or whatever the case might be, you know what I mean? And like he said, he ran into me, and like I keep telling y'all, I'm not just talking this shit on YouTube and I'm not practicing it in real life. You know what I mean? I see somebody, you know what I mean, and they're willing to hear and listen. Of course, I'm willing to help them. You know what I mean? Most people, they just neglect what I say and, oh, you don't know what the hell you're talking about and this and that. Pay attention, man. Pay attention. Your favorite YouTuber ain't got nothing on me. Just remember that. You know what I mean? Go ahead and tell him, bro, like what the pay structure is like over there, like the divisions like y'all got regional, all that stuff. You know what I mean?
So with USA, you have, you know, your normal. We don't have reefer. It's everything's box. And as far as what I do, when I first joined the company, USA, I could say is a good starter company. Say if maybe you got a couple months under your belt and you want a company that you can make some decent miles with, that's not going to be too hard on you, USA is a good starter company. When I first started, I get paid 42 cents a mile right now, minus per diem. So per diem gives me miles back on my paycheck, so non-taxable.
That's an additional $200 per week. Okay, so you know he sorry to cut you by the way, but he said 42 cents a mile. That's not that bad, you know what I mean? But with the experience he has, you know what I mean, he should be getting way more than that, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm glad I ran into him. You know what I mean? I shared some other companies that he can go to and make way bigger bank, you know what I mean? Like he said, he got 6 mouths to feed, you know what I mean? 8, including himself then, you know what I mean? So, you know, he's a young brother, you know what I mean? He's a real positive dude, you know what I mean? From what I spoke to him for a couple of minutes, you know what I mean? And, you know, I met the bro, and like I told you, I met US Express, bro. So I'm here at this warehouse. They told me I can't go with it because there's glass in my trailer. See why they can't load me, bro? You know what I mean? They said
they putting all this protective shit on the floor of the trailer. It shouldn't matter.
You know what I mean? So they say they can't load me. So I'm like, all right, they will let me sweep it out. You know what I mean? So they say, yeah. So I see bro sweeping his trailer out next to me, right? So, you know, knowing me as a person I am, you know what I mean? I'm like, bro, I'm gonna help you, bro, and see if you can help me back up, because my trailer is way dirty than yours. So I'll help you out, you help me out. So we helped each other, you know what I mean? We chopping it up right along there in the meantime, you know what I mean? And I get know bro some more, you know, about how much experience he had, so on and so forth, and then where he's trying to move forward with his trucking career, you know what I mean? Like he said, he's trying to get into fracking, which is perfect, you know what I mean? Because I did all the research on that. Chasing Andrew, you're out there, but I'm on the way, boy. Let's remember that. But I done that, like y'all know, before I got my DUI. I was on the way to Texas to go do fracking. I went home to go for my son's birthday, then I was about to leave out and then go to Texas, you know what I mean? But then I caught my DUI, so right now I'm on probation still, like I tell y'all. But as soon as my probation is up, I'm gone to West Texas. Michael right here, he said, well, he was going out there and stuff, you know what I mean? And I told him, because the only way to get paid in the oil fields, as far as I'm concerned, is off a percentage, you know what I mean? As a company driver or a owner, if you go out there and they're trying to pay you hourly or whatever, nah, you don't want it. Even if they pay you $20 an hour, you don't want it. You want percentage. Remember I told you that, you want percentage, you don't want no hourly, you know what I mean? So he's trying to go out there. And you know, yeah, I'm gonna let him tell you about where he's been out here in the game 5 years, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna let him tell you about what companies he worked for, so on and so forth. Y'all go ahead and smash that like button, man. There's 60 y'all up here. Y'all smash that like button, boy. Go ahead and
I think like most people do, I just kind of used the company and threw them a loop. I started off with CRST, got my CL. I gave him a chance. What made me leave that company is, one, it's when I started, it was all teams. You had to be a team driver first before you could have your own truck. So, it was CRST. Yeah. When I started with them, it was team drivers only.
Oh, so that thing on the back of the truck ain't lying. Team lease drive.
Yeah, that's how it is. And then, so me and my team driver, I didn't like my team driver for one. He was an older guy, and we went from Pennsylvania to Texas, from Texas to the terminal in Riverside, and then from Riverside back to Texas, and I only got paid $300.
Wow.
Now, literally, I'm just gonna say like 6,000 miles, 3,000 piece between us, and I get $300. We was going past the house, and I said, "Drop me off, I'm done."
I'd be done too.
So.
Hey, CRST, I need to step your game up, boy. Y'all here robbing you, boy. Stop it.
I applied for Snyder after them, and CRST told me that if I don't finish my contract and I apply for another company, that they're gonna sue the company and then sue me because I didn't finish my contract. So I called up Snyder, and Snyder said, okay, that's a load of shit, and they hired me. So if you're a CRST driver and they tell you something like that, you can go ahead and bounce and go to a mega carrier first, because CRST is not going to sue somebody like Snyder. They're going to lose.
And stop him right there. That's utter nonsense, by the way. CRST stop, and y'all mega carriers stop it. You know what I mean? There's people out here that don't know the truth, and it's nonsense. You know what I mean? If like say when I went to Stevens, if I decided to leave, like say right after I got my license, I could have done that. You know what I mean? The only thing they would have did is put the money that I owed them on my credit. That's it. You know what I mean? And then when I start working for a better company and shit, I'd have just paid it off. You know what I mean? They can't sue nobody over a damn driver's license. Hell no.
Nope.
You know what I mean? So y'all stop lying. Roadrunner coming for y'all. All right, y'all stop lying. Shit.
Yeah, I jumped around a lot, but say for instance, I feel like I had the opportunity to jump from company to company, because I would go to a company, they tell me all this too good to be true stuff. I test it out, give it 3 months, I'm gone. Go to the next company. I think I went to Warner Enterprise. It was a good company. I can't say nothing bad about them. The reason I left Warner is because I had my first son. They got me home. I had my first son, and I was like, I need to go local. So I went to Pepsi, local, pizza. I ain't even say nothing. I left Pepsi and went back over the road. I went to a small company called J.R. Strugel. They was pretty good.
With a reefer.
Yeah, they had nice trucks. The pay wasn't that great, but it's like I had that much experience. So I expected that.
Jermaine Carter said so.
After J.R. Strugel, they wanted to fire me, but they offered me to resign. The reason they wanted to fire me is because they felt I was doing too little. And the reason they felt like that is because I drive 8 to 10 hours a day, but not drive when they wanted me to.
I'm gonna answer questions in a second when bro finished talking.
After, I don't really remember where I went after J.R. Strugel, but I know I stopped driving. I just quit driving trucks completely because I was getting tired of the lies. When I came back to trucking after J.R. Strugel, I went to Trans Am. They're a second chance company, and I figured I'd give them a chance because at the time I had a reckless and careless driving ticket. Nobody would hire me because of that. I had to have like a year or two for most companies. And I got that ticket because of a cop being an ass. So I found Trans Am, they hired me. I quit them 3 months. I tried doing their owner operator thing. It put me in debt, like $4,000. A lot of my paychecks with USA, they're not the best, but I've made $1,200. I've made $600. I've made $30. Sometimes, on average, my paycheck is probably $500 to $600 if I'm not being lazy. If I'm really working my ass off for a week, from pay period to pay period, I can make $800-900, take home. But if you're trying to find a company that you want to make at least $1,100, $1,200 a week and be satisfied with that, you're not going to find it with mega carriers. You need to get out, get your experience. You're going to have to suck it up for a year. Most companies, you got to suck it up for a year. But a lot of companies, the good ones, they want a certain age. They want you to be 25 years old. They want you to have 3-4 years of experience. There was a guy from a fracking company. I was
Which is right, CeeLo, which is right.
I was 23 years old. This guy from a fracking company walked up to me, told me everything about their company, told me they get paid $250 a day. If you stay out for a whole month, you make about $7-8 grand a month. It sounded good. And then I asked him what the requirements were. He said you got to be at least 25. He said he could get me in, even though I was underage. And I'm like, regardless of what you do, I'm gonna get declined. It's their insurance. So I looked up the company and everything. It was true and everything he was telling me, but I figured out that he was actually trying to scam me and get my personal information. He said if he gave me his number and said just text me your social security number, basically all my personal information, and he'll get me in. I I'm not that dumb.
You see, I'm gonna touch on a few things he said. Let me have comments right quick. Oh shit, my next phone died. Let me see our comments right quick. Hold on right quick. That CeeLo saying, do they accept with permit or do they? Sorry for blocking you. I see I'm putting behind it. Oh, who you talking about? CeeLo that accept you with permit or what? Jermaine Carter say, I feel, bro. We're gonna chat and hustling out and start out with you. I tweeted and I'm authority over. Hey, Jermaine Carter, bro. I remember when you started, bro. You know what I mean? You've been here since you one of the ones here from the jump too. You know what I mean? Like you said, the possibilities are endless, bro. You know what I mean? Congrats on the authority, and you already know what time it is. You know what I mean? J.R. Sugar, used to see them. He met the right man. Hook him up, bro. Hey, CeeLo, no doubt, bro. No doubt. 302 Dre said, stop trolling us, driver. This is not the time or place. Hey, 302 Dre, you can go and jump asleep and never wake up. How about that? Hey, but like he was saying though, man, I know he had a reckless driving, you know what I mean? He definitely is in a DUI, and they're dropping it to a reckless, you know what I mean? And the possibilities are endless for me still. Even that, with 2 months after I got my license back, I'm out here on the road, you know what I mean? I'm out here on the road. Who would tell me who else y'all know that's driving after they just got a DUI, after they just came off a DUI? Tell me who else? You know what I mean? I don't know anybody else. You know what I mean? So there's a few people, one of my friends of course, you know what I mean? Shout out to Carlin, but you know what I mean? Like he said, man, he trying to get in the fracking. A lot of people gonna feed you nonsense, try to scam you, all that shit. You know what I mean? I see a lot of y'all favorite YouTube truckers scamming people and shit. You know what I mean? But hey, it ain't my way to call them out. You know what I mean? Let the blind be led, then go do whatever they want to do. That's who y'all want to follow, by all means. Go ahead and follow them to the pits of hell or whatever. I don't know, but you know what I mean? Bruh, he good, you know what I mean? He say he 25, not 26. What the hell is wrong with 302 Dre, bro? You tripping, bruh. Good look. Which is right, illegal. Look stupid in your coffee, you know what I mean? But, you know, I'm glad I met bruh, you know what I mean? I'ma definitely look out for him. You know, he got 5 years, he got way more experience than me, you know, but like I said, some people do things different, you know, because a person, an individual that work here at my company, he's 48, 50 years old, you know what I mean? I cannot convince the man to become an owner-up. He used to be an owner-up before, but he did it the wrong way, you know what I mean? He's getting paid cents per mile, dollar per mile, whatever. You know, I don't believe in that. If you're leasing a truck, solely percentage, I don't care. Solely percentage, you know what I mean? You need to be getting a decent cut of whatever it's making. You don't need cents per mile. You know what I mean? Even if you can find a company that's gonna pay you percentage as a company driver, like TMC or something, that's good too. You know what I mean? You wanna be getting a decent cut of the pie. You know what I mean? But bruh out here, he trying to get in a fracking, you know what I mean? I already hooked him up with the connects out there and shit, you know what I mean? Already told him what to do and shit, you know what I mean? So next time I'll probably talk to him, he'll be out there in Midland over there to trucking. Maybe in May, June, when I get off probation and go out there, you know what I mean, I'll run into him. Who knows, he might be driving for the same company, you know what I mean? So possibilities are endless. Like he said, he started at 21 once more, you know. So for y'all out there that's, damn, should I do this, you know what I mean, should I not do that, you know what I mean? Hey, only one way for y'all to find out, man, is to come out here and try it for yourselves, you know. That's the only way you're gonna find out. Different people gonna have different experiences, like I always tell y'all, but only one way for you to find out is to come out here and just do it.
And if you get into trucking, or if you already doing it, you can't do this job without confidence. You got to believe that whatever you do, for example, I tell everybody, if I got my truck in there, I can get it out. I don't care if it's one way in, one way out. In the area that I just went into is as big as my truck. I got that fucking thing in there, I'm gonna get it out. And I got into situations where you literally, there's no way you should be able to get 73 feet of truck out of this 20-foot space. Mm-hmm. And I had people look at me, nobody trying to help me, nothing. I said, okay, I'm not worried about it. Yeah, you know, I trust myself, my driving's reliable. All you gotta do is trust yourself. Mm-hmm. I tell people, I used to be a trainer. I tell people, it doesn't matter how many times you gotta pull forward. As long as you get in there safely and don't hit the guy next to you, it don't matter. Someone poured it. I was doing the blind side back. I rarely do it. I was doing a blind side back, and I had this guy pour his camera out, sitting up in his truck like this. And the reason I seen him, and I just started smiling. I said, now he's gonna be recording me because he thinks something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I do the smart thing, and I just took my time. And so I had to pull up in front of his truck, and I got real close to his bumper, and he blew his horn. I started laughing at him because he thought I was gonna hit him. You're gonna get into situations where you may think someone's gonna help you, and they don't. You may be trying to back up on it because you're ready to go to sleep, and you get some people, they get out and they start helping you.
That's right.
Unless I talk to you first, I don't want you helping me, because I had a situation where I was backing up, dude was helping me, and something just told me to stop and go look, and I was 2 seconds away from hitting this it was an extended cab, super sleeper, Peterbilt.
That would have been a bad day, boy.
That part,
a bad day.
hit that guy, he wake up, I don't got time to hit somebody's truck like that. It was black on black, everything, black. He even had black rims.
Yeah.
So it's like someone that make that much money. And you gotta know, if you get pulled over one day and cop just pissed off, whatever, his day went bad, he give you tickets for whatever, it's not the end of your life. Once you have a CDL, that is your life. That's your career. It don't matter if you ride a motorcycle, you get a ticket, it gets attached to your CDL. It's not the end of your life. I had reckless driving. I had a speeding ticket for 18 miles and over, got fired. Oh yeah, I worked at Night Transportation. Don't work there. They fired me. Got my first ticket ever. And I explained to him, the cop pulled me over because he just felt like it. He didn't have radar on me. There was other trucks. The speed limit was 65. My truck at the time could only go 60. He told me I was doing 68 in a 45. I knew he was lying. I told him that. Night at the time, I don't know what they do now, but they didn't have cameras in the truck. And the cop didn't radar me, gave me a ticket for like 18 miles over. Went to the company, told them that I got a ticket. They pulled me and they fired me. My first ticket ever. And I speed. I'm a bat out of hell in my personal vehicle. I've never got a ticket. I've been driving cars since I was 16 years old. I tried getting my S-Class license for professional drift driving, so I have a heavy foot when it comes to anything. I've never gotten a ticket. I go to Night Transportation, pull on reefer, and get my first ticket, and I don't even have a trailer.
Yeah. Y'all need to cut that BSL too, you know what I mean? Y'all fired my man Sinister for no reason, you know what I mean? Or whatever the hell fell out between you after y'all finish using the man, y'all just let them go, you know what I mean? Too, you know what I mean? But crazy thing, bro said he drift too. You drift too, bro? What you got?
Well, I don't do it anymore because of a lot of personal stuff happened in my life with my mom and all this crap, so Audi, was it 2008 Audi R8?
Yeah.
Yeah. They gave me $100,000 to get a car, and then they gave me another like 80 grand to do whatever I want. Whatever money I didn't spend, I got to keep. Yeah. So I was happy.
That's good, bruh. Hey, I'm glad I met. Bro, I'm doing, but y'all see how the law of attraction works? You know what I mean? What I tell you that I do? What do I tell you that I do outside of this truck? What am I passionate about? Cars. What do I say? I build a car. Look at this shit. You see this right here? You see how the law of attraction works? You speak things into power, boy. That's what I keep telling y'all, but y'all don't listen. You know, see my girl say she started cracking up when she heard him say that, cause she know I'm not lying. That's all I love cars. You know what I mean? I'll probably put up my phone right now. I got like 10 people I'm talking to offer up trying to buy cars and shit from me. You know what I mean? Like, y'all see what I'm talking about? Those things in the power. It all begins up here. Like I said, I've been practicing some Kundalini meditation and all kinds of crazy stuff nowadays. Working, boy, and I'm happy.
I have to give like everything that I have now. I don't even take ownership for it. Like, for example, I used to think about trucking all the time. I used to think it was an easy job. You just sit behind the wheel and drive. It's nothing like that. The only reason I'm doing this job is because 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was probably moments away from killing my biological father. My mom, you know, she took me away when I was 4 years old. I got 3 other brothers, and I'm only like bonded with one of them. We don't even talk anymore. But because of my wife, at the time, you know, we was just, and she became my girlfriend, fiance, then we got married. And I got into trucking because she looked it up and stuff, and everything I've done since I met all
One
props.
second or else you so get killed.
I don't take, like, I tell all the time, I don't take, what's the word I'm looking for? Shit, I don't even know. Basically, I tell her everything she
Alright,
does.
TO2 Dre, you gotta go, boy. You done cross the line right there, boy. You can leave, my G. You don't do that over here, boy. Matter of fact, you don't try to holler at my girl, boy. Not while I'm here in my face, nigga. You get shot for that. You will get shot, nigga. I'm telling you that straight up right now. You will get shot, nigga.
There's
Fuck
always
you think
people
this
with
is?
the negativity.
Where he at? He always come on here trolling too, bro. We ain't got time for that over here, bro. I already told you that, bro. Like, go somewhere else with that. Go somewhere else, man. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, bro. This nigga just pissed me off right now, bro. He's a good guy. Tell him to keep his head up. Yes, he definitely is a good guy. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm glad I met, bro. You know what I mean? We got a few things in common. You know what I mean? I could look out for him, point him in the RLC TV was saying something right quick. I must go with the Hellcat all day. I'll go with the Hellcat all day, boy.
I go for the Mustang.
You go for the Mustang?
I go for the Mustang.
Yeah, I'm going for the Hellcat, boy. All day, every day, boy.
The Hellcat's nice,
Yeah.
but if you're talking, let's say, okay, in the straight line, yeah, I think the Hellcat will definitely have the Mustang.
Shit, I'm
But
trying to go sideways.
if you want to go sideways, you want the Mustang. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
When I first
Favorite car is a Hellcat all day, too.
when I
You want a Shelby.
I love the Shelby. I drift all day in the Shelby because Mustangs, the Hellcats, it's like they're nice cars and everything, but when you really take them apart and you look at the engine, it's just a toy. Mustangs,
V6 POS.
Mustangs, it's like they're pretty much still all power and everything, and
Which is right, Jermaine Carter. Hey, you said that too. Wait, you said the Mustang. Oh yeah, the freaking. You said the V6 is the winning.
yeah. If I was gonna get a Mustang, I'd get an older style. Well, I like the body style of the new Mustangs, but if I was seriously gonna get a car for its muscle, I'm gonna get a '69 Charger. That's what I get.
I don't even like American cars, you know what I mean? But I'm a JDM all day. Give me a 240 SX or a Super or a SC300 and I'm good. You know what I mean? That's just me. I love them cars too, fam. You know what I mean? Which is right, Jermaine Carter. You know what I mean? Which is right. You know what I mean?
See, speaking on cars,
yeah.
when it comes to trucks, if I had a choice, if someone put honestly,
for GTR, which is right.
the only thing I feel like I'd really take as far as a truck is a Peterbilt. I want it to be low to the ground.
Yeah.
I want the extended frame.
Like a 379.
Yeah. I don't really care too much for like the super sleeper. I just
Yeah.
want the extended frame, and I want everything black, no chrome.
No chrome.
No chrome.
I would have had everything chromed on that shit, boy. Everything, boy. Chrome. I be blind going down the road looking at all that chrome.
I'm that person when you see my truck, you want to look at it and be like, is that a truck or a black hole?
Yeah. Shit, I feel you though, you know what I mean? But hey man, we been going out here 30 minutes. Y'all got any questions? Hey, see Los, man, come back, man. You said who take you with a permit, but I'm trying to get you on the roads.
He was talking about, if he was talking about USA, they will take you with a permit. You'll just be a student, so you'll do like
before you get your CDL with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got to do 4 weeks training, but you got to get your CDL in that process.
Yeah. So Silos, he said USA truck will take permit. You just gonna have to train basically, you know what I mean, and then Jermaine Carter saying Prime will take you with a permit too. And like I said, bro, Silos, you live in a perfect area, bro. In New York, bro. The possibilities are endless for you, bro. I live in South Florida. I could only go with Stevens when I started, you know what I mean? So the possibilities are endless for you. with a four-wheeling and I believe big up yourself, brother. I see it, as I say, with us there, all the vibes, you know what I mean? But before we go, bro, you got anybody want to shout out or any last words for them? Anybody want to get in the trucking or anything like that? Come on and get on up the road.
I don't really know nobody like personally. I'm debating if I should start something myself on YouTube. As far as I have a gaming channel, so I do. I make gaming videos, but as far as trucking videos, I'm still debating if I want to start that or not. But if I was gonna shout anybody out, of course you got your subscribers. I give y'all a shout out. I'd probably shout out my wife because you know I love her. She's everything I got. And I think if I really had to give someone a shout out that's kind of a big YouTuber, I'd probably say Trucker Brown because I watched him a lot. And I met him once, slightly, but I think Trucker Brown seemed like a pretty cool guy. And that's about like really all I can think of as who to give out for a shout out.
Alright, so shout out to TB, shout out Brown Wife, you know what I mean? Shout out to Brown Wife, you already know, you know what I mean? He's a family man, you know what I mean? Let me see what RLC said. Just don't lease him, but nah, RL, you can't tell him that, bro. You know what I mean? You can't tell him not to lease, but I got the plugs for the good leases. I don't know what kind of leases y'all be doing and shit, but I got the plugs for the good leases.
I'm gonna have my own truck if I continue doing
it. Which is right. That's the ultimate goal always. You know what I mean? I started.
The biggest sacrifice that you can make as a truck driver, having a family, is being out here and giving up that time at home to make a paycheck. So you gotta do what you gotta do because you want your wife or husband, whoever, to see you coming home with a decent paycheck to make up for you being gone.
Which is right. Gotta take care of the family. You know what I mean? And hey, like I still. Oh shit. Yeah, he right here.
They done?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm done. All right.
Yeah. So, bruh, I gotta get up on the giant, but like I was saying before I go, I can't see my tag, what it says, you know what I mean? Greatness is only achieved through effort, sacrifice, and pain. 302J, I work with some con in your head, brother. Yes, I tell you, stop play with me, my lord. Yes, me not. You think I chat things you? Alright. Yeah, but, you know what I mean? Michael over here, he about to get up on the jams. They already finished loading him. We've been on here 32 minutes with y'all. He shared his story, you know what I mean? Brought some more positivity to the channel, you know what I mean? We gonna chop it up offline cause I got bro a number. I'm gonna be looking out for him and stuff, you know what I mean? So yeah, but y'all already know, man. It's a kid rolling and say, hey, any day above ground, boy, is a good day because you have the opportunity to change what happens tomorrow. However, if you are 6'6" beneath the ground, my friends, that's it. A wise man once said, the richest place in the world is in the graveyard. But that's where dreams and ideas go to die. Listen to man say, yo, I'm out of the jams.